The Inland Talk Express.
I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah, sure.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
You're entering a world of pain. Whole world gone crazy!
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Let's get to it.
Because I got nothing to do.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nothing to Do Radio with your host, Brian. I am Brian. You're here with me for at least an hour, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and we got an amazing guest with an awesome story and several talents that she'll be showcasing today. Jo Elless, how are you?
I'm great, Brian. How are you?
Jo Elless is a folk singer-songwriter. She's also a stand-up comedian. So with the term alternative entertainer,
I like that. Alternative entertainer, I like that, yeah.
Kind of like David Cross or a Margaret Cho. I want to say Margaret Cho's alternative, would you? Korean lesbian comedy, I think. It's very niche.
Yeah, it's very niche. Yeah.
It's very niche. It doesn't have a huge...
Brand hipster. I don't know.
But music is going to be a large topic, of course, of our conversation. We're probably going to be getting into your musical talents into the second half of our show. But the first half, we want to get to know Jo.
Ooh.
We want to get to know what makes you tick, because there's a lot of interesting little anecdotal stories that you told me about yourself that I think a lot of people will envy, myself included, where sometimes if you're bored, you just get up and go.
Yeah.
And I really dig that. But first, something I heard right before I came into the studio. I have a weakness for mess-ups, as most of us do. You know, people falling down is always hilarious. We like pointing and laughing. And a national anthem was sung wrong. And there's nothing to do radio folk love more than bad national anthems. Can you hit that in there, Rob?
Oh, say, can you see? Early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's first gleam.
Oh, first crack.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous.
Little pause. It's all right. She'll recover. Oh no. I think it's 20,000 people.
That's very. You can hear it.
Let's see if she finishes playing.
And bright stars at the dawn's early light.
Wow.
Whatsoever we say, and the dawn.
She's doing what I do in the car to Incubus. You can't mumble.
You don't know the words, but.
Oh no! Always get that part right. Canadian audience is helping her.
Is this Canadian?
Yeah, I don't think they're booing her.
Do they know the words?
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, she finished strong.
She did. I was at a Canadian hockey game, and she was Canadian. And, of course, right after that song, she sang "Oh, Canada" without a hitch.
Okay. Well,
So
why was it? Oh, because it was is there a hockey player?
You know what? I don't even know if it was the NHL. I think it was. I mean, there's probably nothing but hockey in there. God knows how many leagues they have up there. But yeah, they probably had 3 Americans on one of their teams, and so they gave us a little shout out. But nothing's funnier than someone royally in front of thousands, now through the beauty of the internet, through millions of people watching you screw up royally. And I think it's hard to recover from that.
Well, way to keep it going.
Yeah, she kept it going.
Yeah, no. Way to bring it back so that the pain is like even more so there. Just keep the mistake going.
Jo, you're a musician. Have you ever done any national anthems, even at a high school or college?
I have not done any national anthems.
You haven't
ever.
done it yet?
Not yet.
If you were messing up that bad, would you just run off?
Probably.
Would you start riffing?
Yeah, I'd start riffing, maybe break into like a Monkees tune or something halfway through. I don't know.
Just to get people out of their seats
just
clapping.
Make it stop.
So Jo Elless, we're here again. If you want to see her this weekend. She is on tour right now with her music. She's going to be at the Joshua Tree Saloon tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you want to get all the details on that, go to thejoshuatreesaloon.com. Joe, I want you to be our palate cleanser now.
Okay.
After that horrible performance by that Canuck. You are the sorbet after a horrid salmon meal.
That's lovely.
Yes. You're going to make us feel like we never heard that horrible rendition of our nation's soundtrack.
Well, I'd love that.
So there's a lot on your shoulders.
There's a lot riding on me.
Don't mess up.
Right now.
Where do you come from, Joe, originally? I want to know your story. I want to start at the beginning.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Went to high school there. And then I moved from there to Kent State for a year. And then I found out that Ohio is exactly like Pennsylvania, and I really wanted something different than the suburbs.
Is it as bad as us Californians here over there on the East Coast?
It's like the Orange County. It's like when you go from
Really?
Yeah, that's what it's. I mean, it's not as ritzy titsy and stuff, but it's
right.
Can we say titsy on the air? Okay,
I don't
sure.
think you can say ritzy though. Can we
Okay.
say ritzy in San Bernardino? I don't know they know that word.
Okay, no, we're not ritzy. Okay.
They know something else that rhymes with ritzy.
Clarification. And then so I moved to Boston. I went to the Boston Conservatory, and then because I kept transferring, I went to Berklee College of Music, and that's where I stayed. But it was all in Boston. You know, it was all
That's
in
the
Boston.
hipster college tour.
It did happen. Yeah, I know,
so
right?
Boston
You like that?
to Berkeley.
Yeah, I couldn't make up my mind. But it was all the same thing. Like, I did classical saxophone was the first thing I did. And then when I transferred to Berkeley, I went classical saxophone and songwriting.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Jo Elless is who we're talking with. Go to nothingtodoradio.com, by the way, guys. You can check out the streaming video and see a wonderful, beautiful man and a talented songstress to my right. She's also going to be playing one of her live tracks later, so if you guys want to see a great guitar player, I actually don't even want to just say guitar player. You mentioned saxophone. I listened to some of your music, Joe. You're Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. It's a pretty current reference.
Ooh, yeah,
You're a one-woman band.
Yeah, I try. That's what I tell people in that like 30 seconds. That can you get it in an elevator? Like three sentences. I say I'm the full one-woman style band is what I usually say.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I do dig your music. It's definitely a sound of its own, which is hard to do with this much music out there. You always kind of get put into a category, and then you're.
I never know what to say when people are like, so what are you? What's your genre? I'm like. Alt. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. Alternative, yeah.
Like Green Day?
Yeah, like exactly.
I'm trying to do the accent of the person you keep talking with. You talk a little bit like this?
Yeah, bro.
So, Joe, you seem, from the 20 minutes that we've talked in the green room, impulsive. Maybe a little, you don't want to really, you want to be able to know that you can leave at a moment's notice, and if you have a plan, or not even a plan, something that you want to do, you can just do it.
Yeah, that kind of comes with like the whole territory of being like a musician. I mean,
an
artiste. A traveling entertainer.
You know what I want to do first before we get into your wonderful stories? Again, we're here with Jo Elless. She's going to be at the Joshua Tree Saloon on a pretty nice little tour that you're doing for your music.
Yeah.
When did that start? When is that going to end? I'm going to go ahead and make us some whiskey martinis.
Ooh.
Because your song that I like the most on your album is Whiskey Martini, so I thought I'd make something up here, and a shaker sounds awesome
I'm really
on the radio.
excited about this.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what really makes you an artist, and what is the life of an artist? That is very
what makes
broad.
me an artist? Oh my, how deep.
I'm making you a drink. You can.
Okay, sounds good. Well, what I will say about the impulsive thing, I mean, it kind of comes with the territory of being a musician. You end up in a lot of different places. Like
how much vermouth?
I don't know, one part, dude.
Is that like a shot glass? Because I don't have a shot glass, so we're gonna have to. 4 fingers, you said earlier, Rob, or was that away from the microphone? 4 fingers. 4 fingers of whiskey. Go ahead.
Anyway, I don't know. You end up traveling around, like when you do like an auto show in San Bernardino, you end up in Lake Arrowhead or in Reno. Like one week, you just end up all over the place. So I really enjoy it. And Los Angeles is not my favorite place that I've ever lived in my entire life.
It's not your favorite place?
It's not, no. It's just a lot to take in. I mean, it is exactly what they say. Like, the traffic is overwhelming. Things are overwhelming. And it's
but
just
the weather makes up for sure.
Oh, yeah, it totally does. The same sunny day repeating itself over and over again.
LA,
anyway.
the saddest part about LA is I always I'm in the noir of LA, the old movies, the LA Confidential type of stuff.
Yeah.
It was. I know there was a crazy murder here and there in the Black Dahlia stuff, but LA looked awesome.
Right.
It was clean, and it was kind of the city of the future.
Yeah.
You know? And now it's covered in graffiti, which used to be pretty good. I used to enjoy going out to LA and seeing the by the LA River, the ditches and stuff. The graffiti looked awesome. Now it's just tag gang signs and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's definitely varied by neighborhood. It's like you cross a couple streets and it's no longer clean. But I mostly have lived on the west side. That's the one thing I do like about living in California is you're about an hour and a half from something that's totally different from wherever you were. So
yeah. Like they always say, a half hour from the mountains, hour from Mexico,
Ojai, Santa Barbara,
Vegas.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. You got tired of LA once.
I did.
You told yourself, I'm sick of Southern California. The people, I'm guessing, I don't know why LA people are so bad, because most of the LA people aren't LA people. They're from other places.
I know, they are transplants, yeah.
But I can notice even from the way you talk, you have picked up a little bit of this SoCal laid-back vernacular and tone. So is it just something that changes you, where people have to become a little... I don't know. I don't want to say douchey,
I think you definitely I've definitely become lazy and I can't show up anywhere on time. That's California time is what my parents refer to that as.
I think it's also a very scene city. There's a shaker for you guys. Is there enough ice in there? I think it's a very scene-orientated city, too, where you kind of have to fit in somewhere, and if you're not that way, it's kind of hard. I mean, they say LA is kind of the city of networking.
Yeah.
If you want to do, especially entertainment, you have to network. I'm realizing that now with radio. You can't just be entertaining on the mic. You have to make friends.
You have to make friends.
Or,
oh, my God.
sucks.
I'm so bad at networking.
But tell me about the story.
Terrible.
You told me you left LA.
I did.
You escaped from LA
as
like
soon
Kurt
as I
Russell.
got here, I was here for 3 months, and I was younger. I was 22, and it was kind of a culture shock. So I spent my whole life on the East Coast, and I came out here, and I got a full-time job working for. Oh, I thank you. Working for a talent agency for 3 months, and I got a taste of Hollywood, and I really hated it. And I was just like online one day at work, and they have those like Southwest. It was a Hawaiian Airlines $125 one-way sale, and I booked it without thinking, and I quit my job and left.
One way,
just one way. I took my laptop and a French Navy backpack and stuffed some stuff in it.
What'd you do in Hawaii? Was it just a different culture? You just wanted to kind of be around?
When I got there at Halloween in Honolulu, and I hopped off the bus and immediately met these really cool dudes from Seattle who had moved one of their friends there. He was moving to Kauai. They were like, Honolulu has a great Halloween celebration. So we... Oh, really? Yeah, it's like West Hollywood. It's like people all in the streets, except it's Hawaii. And it's a little less... Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but you did. So... Anyway,
well, as you told me in the green room, less of those kinds of people.
Less of. I mean, it's a lot of young people on vacation in Oahu. So that's like the one thing is it's people really going all out, and they're really young. Anyway, so and then I saw Oahu for a little bit. I met these people. Do you know that website, Couchsurfing?
I'm going to check it out now.
Yeah, it's just a network of people who travel a lot. And I met up with some people to go canoeing, and they were Steelers fans, and they were like, hey, you should stay with us for like a week. Because we're Steelers fans, too.
You have one thing in common.
Yeah.
It's like when you're 6, the reason you become friends with other 6-year-olds is just because they're the same age as you.
Yeah,
and that's all you need. Like, we're both 6. We're both here at the McDonald's Playpen. Let's have some fun. But I forgot to top yours with Club Soda.
Well, let's whoa, we did it. We talked about both of
Rob, don't jump in. Nothing exploded. Hey, earlier I was going to shake up a rum and Coke, and I kind of thought about that for a second. I said, you can't really shake up a rum and Coke.
No, you can't.
For this
I also noticed there's only 2 glasses there.
It's just Club Soda.
Nice. That's very nice. 2 glasses.
Oh.
All right, so you're in Hawaii. And people always say you go to Hawaii. I'm just making up things that people say. People will say that Hawaii, you kind of go there to find yourself or to find romance, or is that Paris?
I don't know. Maybe both. But
what did you find, Joe, that wasn't in L.A.? And why'd you come back to L.A.?
I don't know. I just felt like I was running out of money. It was primarily.
Hawaii's expensive.
It is. And I did it wrong. I meant to go to Maui first. That was the most expensive. In Kauai, I didn't spend any money. I lived in a tent community of native Kauaians for like 2 weeks. I didn't spend any money. It was amazing. But then I was like, I want to go see Maui. I want to go see Haleakala, which is that big volcano. And it was really beautiful. And we did the road to Han. marijuana. We drove that, which was a lot like that Arrowhead Road. I thought I was going to die. Like,
you know what?
Wow.
Haleakala, you said?
Haleakala, yeah.
That's the name of one of your jams,
It
right?
is the name of one of my jams. We named it after that.
Wow.
Because my partner that I met, actually, my new musical partner, he actually spent a lot of time in Maui, like around that area. So
we're here with Jo Elless. Again, if you want to check out any of her upcoming tour dates, or just even see really what she does, she dabbles in a lot. Go to joellis.com. Last name is spelled, Joe?
ELLESS.
Go there, and you'll be able to check out, amongst her music, also her podcast. What do you discuss on your podcast?
What do I talk about on my podcast?
Yeah.
Well, I talked last time we talked about the uppity topic of sexual harassment. I just basically talked about that for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. That was fun. Before that, the Monkees. Lots of talking about the Monkees. I'm a huge Monkees fan.
I was going to say, you have a lot of Davy Jones stuff I've noticed in your blogs.
Davy Jones, a lot of Michael Nesmith.
What has he been up to? You haven't seen... I often think... Sorry?
He's dead.
Davy Jones?
He's died, yeah.
I think we have to go to break early. I didn't know that.
No.
I need some time, Rob.
Yeah.
So big Monkees fans. They were a huge influence on the Beatles.
Yeah, they were a huge influence on the Beatles.
Sexual harassment being... So you were going with the it's gotten ridiculously out of control. Everything falls under the sexual harassment?
Do you remember it was right around Christmas where that lady in Michigan, like, her boss fired her for being hot? Like, he was like, you're really attractive, and I'm
You're
afraid...
distracting me?
Yeah, I'm afraid that... Or maybe it was Iowa. I think it was Iowa in Des Moines or something. And he fired her, and because he was like, you're a threat to my marriage. And the friggin' courts upheld it. They were like, yeah, she was a threat to his marriage, so she didn't get her job.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, I'll see what your problem is.
Take it as a compliment. And then the bailiff smacks her ass on the way out.
But, and this is another reason why I should just quit Facebook. People, like, everybody on my feed, like, has their own opinion and stuff, and I was like, I have an opinion, too. Dang
right. I'm surprised. I'm happy you go for
I reported it.
You know what's funny with issues like that? We all know that there's a broad term now with things like racism.
Yeah.
Things like sexual harassment, where it used to mean something. You know what I mean? Like, if you called someone a racist before, it was because you have put a large picket in your yard that was in the shape of a cross, or you told your secretary, get me a coffee and a BJ and or you'll be fired. Now it's like, okay, I'm a white male, and white males tend to have the history of sexual harassment. Certain cultures, it's thievery, and it's or gang activity. White people, white guys in particular, sexual harassment. I worked at KFC, and I was teaching the new trainees about how we stack the different chicken on the shelves.
Uh-huh.
And I said it starts at the top with breasts, and then we go to the thigh. We go breast, then we go thigh or wings, kind of like arms, and then thighs, and then on the bottom we put the legs. Just think of it like when you look at a woman. And I kind of ushered my hand to the woman next to me, who might have been an assistant manager, I don't know, and said, just think of it when you look to a woman. And I went over it again, thighs, breasts, and that I got fired for, because it was strictly sexual harassment. And I said, this woman does not have a car. I would drive her home because I was a nice person. I never tried anything then. She knows I never tried anything on her. I was a good person. When did intent stop mattering with these things?
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I know. I understand. Well, because you used her body as a diagram.
Okay, all right.
I'm on your side. I agree.
No,
I think that there's no intent there, and it's just
I admit it was stupid what I did.
Just like the fact that it irritates you or is annoying, it's not necessarily sexual harassment.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have this new thing I noticed that comes around offices, is that if you're being just kind of bothered,
yeah,
it automatically, if it's brought up to management, it goes right into sexual harassment, phase 4.
Yeah.
Just if you say this person's annoying me, they always come in and they kind of, they talk about things I don't really want to talk about, drinking on the weekends and stuff. I just want to enjoy my sandwich, and this person's bugging me. That automatically says it goes into the sexual harassment category.
Yeah.
I'm happy you take that mode.
Well, and the other side of that is, like, in Hollywood, it's the opposite way. Like, you're supposed to expect it. If you report it, it doesn't matter. Like, no one's going to listen to you because, I mean, that's just how it is. And it was hard to accept that. So I went to Hawaii.
Hawaii is beautiful. I only go. I realize so many places I haven't been.
It's
I haven't been to Hawaii.
cheap. Like, honestly, there's like one-way tickets to Hawaii, like, often.
I need the two-way though, Joe.
Oh, you need the two-way. You can get the round trip too.
I'm cool about not planning stuff, but I need a little bit. Like, I know I'll be able to make it back. And another thing white guys have as a stigma is, if I get a one-way ticket, they're going to think I'm a terrorist. So they really have
You're within the states, though.
Well, so was the Twin Towers, right? Yeah, we're bowing our heads right now. Try your martini. Tell me if it's good. I've never made it before.
All right.
I don't know if I dig mine. I didn't put vermouth in it because I don't know what it is. It's all right. I'd probably enjoy it.
Oh, no, it's delicious.
Not bad. Delicious,
It's
folks.
delicious.
Club soda on your dress and on my jeans.
Oh,
It
how
was
I go
worth
out.
to make it. Jo Elless again is here. You guys go to Nothing to Do Radio. You will get this show. You will get the video of this show, and you'll get all the past shows, all the fun stuff you'll be able to see, and even future guest stars that will be coming back in. Hopefully, Joe will be able to come back in the near future when you're on your next
You can
tour.
watch future episodes of
Yes.
this show. That's amazing.
I could go on my website
Wow.
right now, and this show is already on there.
That's amazing.
It's nuts. It's like in Spaceballs when they're
I'd like
they're
to know
watching
how
the
it
movie.
ends. I'm pretty excited. So.
Hopefully, a smash guitar over my head because I sexually harassed you.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk a little bit about your podcast. We got a couple minutes left until we go into the musical portion of this show where you show off your talents there. But what was other than the sexual harassment?
Other than that, I feature my songs that I've done. I have 2 albums that are online albums right now that I'm trying to promote, which is My Friend Wasabi and I. We are our EP is called Portland Happy Hour. It's a lot of instrumental stuff. It's very like ambiance and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and what was the other one? Oh, my podcast is on Barry and Mike Kelly. I talk about travel. I talk about it's basically like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
With my friends, and cats are there too because it's in my bedroom. That's where we film it, and we don't film it. We just record it.
Podcast is called When Barry Met Callie, Bari Met Callie, and that's
like
on your
when
website.
Harry met Sally.
I caught that. That's hilarious. But a California angle.
Yeah.
What's the Barry part mean? I guess
Barry sax, the baritone sax. That's my main instrument. Yeah.
Playing jazz, yeah. If you, when I was looking for images to put up of you for advertising for the show on my website, every other one was you with the giant sax. So that was awesome. Jo Elless again is here. Nothing to Do Radio. If you want to join in on the fun, you guys are only going to have a couple minutes in the next segment because I want to hear some great music from Jo Elless. 888-909-1050. Again, this is Nothing to Do Radio. We'll talk to you right after these words.
Nothing to do. I hope you're enjoying the show, but how'd you like to capitalize on this here fine program? Nothing to Do is currently interested in new advertisers. If you have an online or local business and are interested in increasing your customers, then how about getting some ad time on a popular radio show? Go to nothingtoduradio.com for details on how you can get involved with the show. 30-second commercial spots, live reads, Twitter and Facebook shoutouts, and premium ad space on our website, all for a ridiculously low price. Again, if you're looking to advertise, go to nothingtoduradio.com and let's get started with you supporting a great show and getting people in the door.
Other talk stations use words like savage. Sounds brutal. Hey, it's all good. Your superstation, AM 1050, News Talk KCAA.
We are back, and you are listening to Nothing to Do Radio with Brian. It is 5 o'clock on Fridays, you guys, 5 to 6. Every Friday, you get this voice coming at you. You get a little bit of humor, a little bit of education, but hopefully I can talk with as little dead air as possible so you're never bored. Always something to chat about, right, Rob, in the booth there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Always controversial. Rarely controversial. I love that I think I'm controversial. Yeah, I love that I think I'm controversial. But the bar has been, risen so hard, so high.
Whatever you want, man. It's your show.
That anything you say that you think is going to get some traction rarely does. You have to really go out on a limb. We got to start doing stunts, Rob. And I heard on other radio shows.
What kind of stunts?
The person in the booth usually is the person doing the stunts. You're the stunt boy.
The stunts?
Yes.
You mean like the live outdoor stunts, or you mean like the sound effect stunts?
Like shaking up a bottle of club soda and spilling it all over yourself when you're trying to be cool for your guest, Jo Elless, when you're making a martini. That type of stunts. Or the milk challenge we could do where you try to drink a gallon of milk in under 20 minutes.
I've seen that happen. It wasn't pretty.
You saw them drink it?
I saw a group of guys do it, and they wondered why I wasn't doing it. I told them because I was smart. And it was disgusting.
It was brutal.
It was horrible.
Ugh. Nothing to do
I believe
radio.
There's a video.
Is there really on YouTube?
I think I can find one.
Speaking of video, you guys, come check us out on nothingtoduradio.com. Click the Listen Live, and you will see us in your big screen on your computer, me and Joe, sitting here chatting, talking. And it's right there. It's right at that creepy webcam that Sounds of the Lambs webcam. Yeah. Was there a webcam in Sounds of the Lambs?
I don't think so.
I just watched that movie last night. You know who
there
has
was a web.
You know who has my humor in that movie? Multiple Migs. I really got his jokes when he pretended that he slit his wrist, but it was actually not blood, but another liquid. That's hilarious. I got it. Jodie Foster didn't get it. She didn't think it was funny. I kind of got what he was talking about. Great movie. He's our next guest, Multiple Migs. Jo Elless, you are a talented, hilarious, fun person.
Why, thank you.
I really thought you were stoned when I first met you because you were so relaxed and like funny,
Thank
cutesy. Where you're the perfect homegirl, as I would say. My homegirls that I had in like high school and that you could kind of chill with and always have fun with, and they would never bring you down.
So the same thing as like a townie?
Is that the East Coast
I don't
version of a
know, maybe
homegirl?
homegirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of like the girl next door too.
Yeah, a little girl
You're
next
really
door.
cute. So
Aw.
Yeah.
Her long straight hair and
Oh,
Very
straight-ish.
in the '60s, hippie, now hipster.
guys are making me feel like
you
Dakota
killed it.
Fanning.
You killed it.
I only brought that up because Rob hates the hipsters only more than I do.
don't
But
like
Joe,
that.
you have the humor. You have the look of someone who is I don't know, someone you really want to follow and see
thank
what
you.
made you you. But your main talent, I'd have to say, is your musical ability. I heard some of the songs that you sent me, and I dug them because automatically, literally, the first second the song starts, you never heard anything like it before.
Oh, cool.
Or
Thank you.
it transports you back to another time, either 20s, and then you go into kind of now, and it's very jazzy, and like I told you, maybe Macy Grayish, Nora Jones-ish,
Oh, wow.
but with an edge,
That's cool.
with a whiskey martini.
Yeah. Wow. I tell people Jimmy Buffett meets Regina Spektor.
Wow.
With whiskey and woodwinds is the full. If I'm going to do the whole thing. If I feel short, then it's just Buffett and Spektor. That's it.
So Jo Ellis's new album is Copley Inbound. Newish.
Ish.
I
Why
know you gotta-
am I burning it? Yes, go get it.
Yes, it's brand new, folks.
Brand new.
What are you doing?
Why am I destroy my own press. I'm like, no, it's
You
all.
go to the U section in Sam Records.
Yeah.
Sam Goody. I mean, Sam Goody even I don't even think it's around anymore. But I want you to we want to play a live version, and we also want to play a MP3 version. And I had a completely different setup for you. But while you were warming up in the back, and I was kind of doing my prep, I noticed my toe start tapping as you were warming up with a great song, and the reason why we're drinking these whiskey martinis, Whiskey Martini.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the origin of that song and what you want people to feel when they're listening to it.
Well, this song doubles as both a breakup song and a drinking song. So
They're drinking because of the breakup.
Yeah. Or breaking up because you're drinking. It's really about whoever's, this perspective of the person. Anyway, yeah, so it's just like, it's kind of old-timey. I don't even know what to call it, like vaudevillian. I don't know, it's kind of...
Vaudevillian.
It's not really vaudeville. See, this is why I don't talk about my music. But I just threw some, like, woodwinds and stuff in there, and it's tippity-tappity and...
Tippity-tappity? And what was the other one
Very
you said?
sad.
You said ritzy
I
Christy?
say ritzy
How old are you?
I'm 29.
She said tippity-tappity and vaudeville.
That's pretty old.
So what's the
I got my
say?
straw hat on and pin suit. So if you could, off this new album,
Brand new.
brand new spanking album. It's Copley Inbound. I really would love to hear Whiskey Martini, because this morning, since I've heard the song, all I've been doing is walking around and singing the great tune. It really gets stuck in your head, but it's a good earbug.
I'm glad that you like it.
I do.
Yeah.
So here's Jo Elless with Whiskey Martini.
No closure, I got no closure from my ex-lover or any of his friends. They run around this town, they trash my name. I've never had to say so much face in one place. I wish I had a whiskey martini. I'd be sipping on better times. My ex-lover, he's been loving another, and all this time he was supposed to be mine. I want him back so bad, but I was no matter what he's done. I don't know if I'll ever learn to love another one. I wish I had a whiskey martini. I'd throw it in his face. Nobody knows the isolation that grows and grows. Is it real for sure? Or is it the kind of thing you never have done to you before? And it cuts you to the core. No feelings, I got no feeling to hate or adore. They ain't anymore. I I see the ocean from the sea since they've been gone. Wish I had a whiskey martini. I'd jump in and sail away. Nobody knows the isolation that comes and goes. Is it real for sure? No, is it the kind of thing you never have done to you before? And it cuts you to the core, dear. No closure, I got no closure. But my favorite lover are any of my best friends. Don't know where they've been at, do this time and time again. Wondering to myself, darling, did you order this? Wish I had a whiskey martini. I've been sipping out better times, oh yeah. Sipping out better times. Excuse me, bartender, I'll have another round of better times. And don't tell my mama.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
That was amazing, Joe. Honestly, how'd you get that sound? It's such, I mean, it's such a will this work type of a thing where some people could do it and it just would not pan out because it's not just something you've heard all the time and it's not something that's so weird that you're like, it's hard to listen to. Yours is perfect. It's
Thank you. Well,
it's like it's complicated, it's layered, and I mean, tell me how you found your sound.
When people tell me, like, I think honestly it's because I just started singing like recently, like within like the last 5 years. But I've been playing wind instruments since I was 10, and I've been playing piano since I was little. So I think when you have an early understanding of how to make a song or like where it comes, I didn't start writing stuff until I was like a teenager, but you know, you get all the melodies and stuff within you, and especially with saxophone, it's like when like you have to really find a voice. And what they do when you learn how to play saxophone is they're like in college you practice against recordings of like famous, like you do long tones. So you imitate something for a really long time. I just kind of started doing that with like singing too. So I feel like I'm a copycat and I'm stolen from other people. That's how I'm going to answer your question.
Well, I think almost what it sounds like is that you're truly using your voice as an instrument, where you're not just kind of sticking with one, I go high or I go low. You're going, let me go ahead and mess around a little bit here with this syllable, and kind of, it is like a wind instrument, like you're saying. You kind of recognize different tones and different.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
And the saxophone is like the most, the other recordings that you'll play, the saxophone is like one of the most versatile like wind instruments. It can sound like a flute, it can sound like a clarinet, it can sound like a trumpet because it's brass, but it is a woodwind. You use the reed to make the sound. So honestly, it's just from like playing that, like I have experimented with so many different tones over the period of 2 decades. Like I just transferred it to the voice is all.
I really honestly dug that song, and I know we didn't have another one planned live, but I have to. Rob, do you have to hear another one? I love.
Yeah, I really liked that one. That was really cool. I'd love to hear another one.
Yeah, if you got another one that you can maybe play off of this brand new spanking album.
This brand new album? Yeah, totally.
Again, this is Jo Elless. She's going to be at the Joshua Tree Saloon tomorrow at 7 p.m.
It's happening. I'm excited for that.
Are you? Yeah, I saw the bar. It looks awesome.
I have not been to Yeah, it does. I have
really
not
cool.
played in Joshua Tree yet, so I'm excited about this.
TheJoshuaTreeSaloon.com if you guys want to check out all the details here with Jo Elless with another one. You want to let us know what this one's called?
You want me to play Copley Inbound? Were you gonna? No.
You know what? I want to end with that one because it really I really love the way it kind of plays out because you have all those instruments. You have the wind instruments on it, and I know you're talented, but I don't know if you could play six instruments.
It's hard, No, I'm not there yet. But you know that guy? Do you listen to the band Morphine? That guy plays two. He can play two at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, he can fit like a bari and a tenor in there. That's crazy.
Wow,
I don't think it's ladylike. I really want to, but yeah, you did you?
Yes.
See, that's
we
what
had
I
the
mean.
guest on actually a couple weeks ago. She's an adult entertainer, right? Showed us a similar skill.
And that's why I haven't done that yet.
So what's this one called?
This is not on that album. Can I play it anyway?
Oh, play whatever you want.
This is actually going to be on.
Sing the ABCs, Joe.
This is called Leaving Hollywood. Maybe if I can get through.
Back where we come from, there is a place for us. And if we go, there is safety in numbers, baby. I'll plant daisies in the front yard and stay out of view for a week or two. I'm leaving Hollywood for girls leaving Hollywood for good. There I go again, there go my friends, waving goodbye from the back of a Mercedes-Benz. Where's the 10? I'm gonna drive back into oblivion. Transcontinental, I transfer my home. But I got a body, someday soon it might be under storm. When I'm under attack, I'll start chasing steel tracks fast. Follow three rivers, take me back. That's a Pittsburgh reference. I'm leaving Hollywood for good. I'm leaving Hollywood for good. There I go again, there go my friends, waving goodbye from back of a Mercedes-Benz. Where's the 10? I'm gonna drive back into oblivion. Oh, the drive's above the city, and the walks along the beach now mean half as much to me. It's like shouting down the well with all my speech. I'll catch you later, I gotta leave before the traffic starts. If you find me sublet, darling, you can have my parking spot. Nighttime knows I'm so lonely, I've been feeling cursed. I'll be fine once I cross state lines now that I'm well versed. I'm leaving Hollywood for good. I'm leaving Hollywood for good. There I go again, there go my friend, waving goodbye from the back of a Mercedes-Benz. Where's the 10? I'm gonna drive back into oblivion.
Talent. Where do they make them, Rob? Where do you find this talent? Was it on the top of a mountain? I was not born with it. Jo Elless, you are a talented woman.
Thank you.
I just want to say, as
I'm
plainly.
blushing.
You know, Rob, I actually, what was that little?
I do that. I swear when I laugh, and I did. I waited until the last 10 minutes.
Could you get more adorable folks? Jo Elless, you have performed. Check this out, Rob. Check out this resume. She has performed with James Taylor, which is already that pretty much puts you that piqued my interest when I got your email right away. James Taylor, Carole King, who I think just passed away, right?
I don't. I hope
maybe.
Not. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm trying to sound like I know.
Not. Didn't.
Shut up, Rob. But check this out. Okay, so we already have James Taylor. We have probably one of the greatest. I'd say folk, right?
Yeah.
Easiest to listen to, dude. You can
Sweet
listen.
Baby James. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire and Rain. You can drink a beer on the beach, make love to it, or get in a fight to it, which is tough. It's tough to get the testosterone rolling. But she's also, on her comedy side, she's performed with Andy Dick.
That didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, and Samantha Ronson, the DJ who dated, who hit on you harder? Andy Dick.
Andy Dick.
Who has the bigger talent? Samantha Ronson or Andy Dick?
Yeah, right. Samantha Ronson, probably.
And Jim Belushi, too.
He is so fun. Yeah, we did a blues show like a couple weeks ago at my friend Jonathan Mention's Top Tune show. It's
cool.
really fun, yeah. So he was there. He played blues harmonica with like a band, and I played too.
Wow.
I was also there.
So her just the entire. If you're talking about broadcasting, it's as broad as you can get. Andy Dick to James Taylor.
I never thought of it on that spectrum.
Well, that's what I thought about you with not only kind of your attitude of I'm tired of LA, which your song that you just sang basically breaks it down to a beautiful T. I'm going to Hawaii because I'm sick of LA. A guy I'm sick of, I'm just going to say forget him and go have a drink.
Exactly.
You have a very kind of I'm not going to stick to one thing and really a lot of people, they get stuck in a dead end job, they get stuck, I don't want to say stuck with kids, but or they have a relationship that they don't really dig, they have something about them where they say, I got to be in it for the long term. You have a thing where you go, if I'm not happy,
Mama's a Rolling Stone, Brian. Mama's a Rolling Stone. I don't know.
How does your I want to know a little bit about your comedy. We have a few minutes to really talk about. I know we're going from this great musical comedy, this great musical style that you've made with yourself. Now I'm interested in your comedy. I'm interested in everything you do. How do you brush your teeth? Do you do it interesting?
I actually use the other end of the toothbrush when I do it.
Wow.
I know.
I was going to say something.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop doing that, Joe. Jo Elless is going to be at the Joshua Tree Saloon tomorrow at 7 p.m. She's on the tail end of an awesome tour, and now you're hitting up the Palm Springs area and Joshua Tree and everything.
Hitting up the retirement home circuit in Palm Springs.
The Joshua Tree. That's so funny. It's like 20 years ago, Palm Springs was Havasu, pretty much. It was where all the spring breakers went. Memorial Day weekend, good Lord, that would be, but now it's a golf retreat.
What do people go? I was actually saying to someone, I've never been to Lake Havasu, and I want to go. What do people? Is it just like a recreational lake festival? Like, what do people? Is it spring breaky?
Oh, very true.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the movie Piranha 3D?
No.
No.
No. How did I miss that?
It is. It's topless 19. It's Girls Gone Wild. They'd have Girls Gone Wild on the beach. It's Laughlin-esque.
Okay.
You know how it goes Vegas, and then Laughlin is kind of a mix between Vegas and wearing your board shorts at the table. It's a little bit more relaxed. Havasu is right below that, and people still go. I mean, people still go out there. You have to stay in the water the entire time you're there. You'll burn to a crisp.
Okay.
What's a little example of your comedy stylings? I know I already tried to pin you on what your music is like, but what would you say your comedy is like? Observational?
Yes, I'm very
Stephen Wright?
Yeah, exactly. It's all observational. I don't know. It's pretty dark and sarcastic.
I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Garofalo-esque?
Garofalo. I haven't watched very much of her stuff, but yeah, probably would say that.
Am I weird that I've always kind of had a crush on Janine Garofalo?
I think a lot of people feel that way.
Why is it? I heard somebody on the radio recently talking about that.
Because she was, like, do you remember, what was that, Mystery Men? Like, she was really hot in that movie.
Yeah,
I'm straight, but I'm just like, she's really hot, hipster chick, you know what I mean? Anyway. More about my bi-curiosity later.
We have bi-curiosity in the
time right
now. We're going to have to bump the dude after us. Why didn't you mention that in your email?
I don't know.
Janine Garofalo, I noticed, we talked about it a few weeks ago, how guys like myself, I mean, I was in drama and all the things, I love plays and I love being the center of attention, believe it or not.
Okay.
But so I was always kind of into the drama geek, goth girl. I don't think I'd ever date one just because it would be depressing, probably.
So much drama or
a lot of cutting.
Or some mood. A lot of cutting.
A lot of cutting. Do you just want to stay home and cut tonight? Can we go to Clam Jumper? Jesus. But yeah, I think that's
really kinky though too.
That's what I heard too. Yeah, but it's because an uncle touched them.
And Clam Jumper.
That means
you call it Clam Jumper? That's a new move.
That's what you just said.
Clam Jumper.
Oh,
it's a West Coast thing. They don't have them on the East Coast. Clam Jumper.
No, I thought Clam Jumper was like an actual bar. I don't know.
It's a sex move.
Oh.
That you can do with women who cut. Yeah, Janine Garofalo, I think, falls in that category where she's kind of goth-esque and a little bit emo and bitchy. Guys, for some reason, always like bitchy chicks, but we'd probably never put up with them.
I get
that.
Yeah.
You seem pretty.
No,
relaxed.
it's amazing, like how nasty you can be on stage as a stand-up comedian and just be like, I hate guys and blah blah blah, and still get off stage and like have people hit on you. Like, did you not listen to anything I just said?
You know what's the funny thing with female comics? I know guys who aren't even that funny, but they go to the open mics because there are girls in the audience who they are like fish to a shiny thing in the ocean. They're attracted to someone on stage, and these guys will walk away with 2-3 girls at a time and say, "Here, group of girls. I was just on the microphone." You get that with dudes?
With male comedians, it's amazing. If you know them, it's like, they're such. Not everybody was like, wow, the guy's such a loser, and he walks home with like the girl with like
Always.
the biggest boobs. Yeah, every time, and it's just like, wow, okay.
It's the openers for some reason, because I think the cute kind of bimbo-y girls in the audience are like, this opener was on the most.
Or the guy with the DUI. I'm like, why does the guy with the DUI always get the most girls?
Because he needs to drive home.
He needs to ride home.
He knows how to work that angle.
Yeah.
I didn't drive until senior year, so trust me, I worked that angle of I'm only going to date chicks with cars and really work it well. And they didn't have to be cheerleader quality. They had to be Janine Garofalo quality.
There you go. Smart's good. You got to have someone to talk to.
Joe, your album is out. Just came out last week.
It just came out.
Jo Elless, again, JoElless.com. Check out all of her stuff, not only her comedy, not only her music, people, but she's also a fun person to listen to on when
Barry
Sally
met Callie.
That was so
When
wanna say
Barry
Barry
met
Sally.
Sal. No, I don't know what it is. What's my pod? When Barry met Callie.
When Barry
That's
met
what it's called.
Callie. Has to do with the baritone
Yeah.
sax and California.
Thank you.
You were a pleasure, Joe, and I definitely
Thank you for having me.
for the studio audience, I really want studio audience
Your martinis are delicious. Though.
broadcasters. Oh, you like my martinis?
I
Is it already
enjoyed
over?
it. I thought it was good.
We can brown bag it when we leave the studio. We can go into the green room. I'll give you something for the ride home. I'm joking.
Can we
Mom.
stand outside the mall?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
It's on my
terrifying.
list of things to do.
Terrifying mall. We can go to Gucci inside. Wait, no. We can go to Wet Seal. Not Lux Sense. No, they don't have Lux Sense. What do they have outside?
They
the
lost Wet Seal.
They don't have. They have a Chinese
People.
food restaurant and 5 places to get your nails did, and you have to say nails did or else they won't let you in. It's like a password into an old 20s vaudevillian club.
They got Avon across the way too.
They have Avon. That pyramid scheme.
They closed early today.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Who comes through the mall on Friday night? So it's smart business planning. She's going to be at the Joshua Tree Saloon tomorrow, 7 p.m. Again, if you guys check out the website, thejoshuatreesaloon.com, I think it's going to be your bag, baby. I think they got everything.
I'm excited.
I think it looks. They make it look a little bit more old-fashioned, kind of. You got to know somebody to get in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the pictures that I've seen, they got beautiful girls up there dancing. They got a great bar selection.
Yeah, I did read the bar selection. That's a check. Like, I have a certain whiskey level, and then I'll go and perform at the bar.
That was your first question when they tried the book. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the makers?
Yeah, I got the Maker's Mark. I haven't
Yeah.
got Maker's Mark in a while. It's pretty darn good.
Mhm.
I'm glad you enjoyed your martini. You guys, this is nothingtodo.com. This is a show when you got nothing to do, all right? It's kind of the it's similar in Seinfeld where it's a show about nothing, but literally it's about nothing. Go to nothingtodoradio.com, you guys. You'll check out all the past shows. You'll know a little bit more about myself, about my great guests, and really, if you want to become involved with the show, you'll get all that info there. So, you guys, I love you. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Be safe out there. Wear sunblock, you SOBs. Talk to you next week.
Copley bound, empty train, the rain's like broken egg in a carton on the green line. I swear I'll find that way. Don't get rotten, don't get forgotten. You just got it, darling. Keep an inside on the inside and smile, so you don't crack on your own. Don't let the quiet of the night tell you you're almost home. Blizzard coming, oh yeah, activating hibernation. Memories are the chambermaids of time. They're the ones who care for me. Don't be chilly or unwilling, just lie still now, darling. Keep an inside on your inside voice. Please watch your jaw. Don't let the quiet of the ride tell you you're almost home. Stay here, live like two ghosts on parole here. I'd be a pretty good ghost, yeah. I've been in and out of cobblestones. The first thing you ought to know is you take a downtown taxi to the nearest hotel, to the nearest hotel, please. Dawn and coming, we're coming well. And Beacon and Clyde, I thought that I'd get tired. This town's got a lot of pupils in a socket, need some dilated eyes. There's plenty you can take a peek, but everyone wants to stay and fade. Keep sleeping inside on the inside of your night.
'Cause we got nowhere else to go, you know.
Don't let the quiet of your life. Don't let the quiet of your heart kiss you on your ass and tell you don't let the quiet of your life.
Tell you you're almost home.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.